Should we get into these business questions?
Let's do it.
Question came in around what do you do every day or every week that you see as having a direct impact on the success of the business?
I guess personally, and it's probably a little bit selfish more so than operationally within the business, is like self-development and trying to improve. I know Jarrad's very much the same. We try and improve ourselves as much as possible to try and improve our, I guess, leadership qualities and the influence we can have on the business. I'm quite fortunate in my role where I'm not as relied upon with the staff and the clients. Jarrad's much more forward-facing, so he's got the pressures, I guess, to another degree. But we're both pretty active with reading and doing a lot of journaling and trying to consume a lot of content to improve ourselves as people, hopefully then to influence our staff, which then that flows onto our clients and the product of work that we're producing as well. So that's probably the biggest one as a personal point.
Yeah, I mean, part of that question, the business certainly isn't successful because of what I do daily. We've got an unreal team that I think is the magic. But personally, I would say things like setting your day up to be a good one. I'm huge on getting up and doing some form of exercise in the morning. I do a journal at night, most nights, not every night, but little things like that. And then I guess different checkpoints throughout the day around anything to keep your day going well. So whether it's have a healthy brekkie, healthy lunch, or whatever it might be, things like that. Reading, listening to books. I just feel if I can be working on myself and being better so I can be happier and get more out of myself, then I guess that'll flow on to the rest of the team, hopefully. Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, what or who inspires you the most?
I don't know if it's cliche or not, but I would say, well, our wife Katie and our 3 boys, to I guess provide and do as much as I possibly can so we can all have the best life together, and to set the boys up to be great people with good values and everything like that. You know, my brother is a huge inspiration. I guess you just want to make someone like that proud, and someone that he just backs me in whatever, and he doesn't have to, but he does, and it's so I just feel like stuff like that I want to I guess impress him. Might sound silly, but and then Farmer, when we started growing the business properly, he took on all this self-improvement stuff or self-development, and I was like, shit, I'm going to get left behind here. So I jumped on board as well, and it's literally changed my life. I've become a much more complete person, I guess. I'm certainly not complete, but better than where I was. And then the team here, it's, yeah, knowing, I guess, the power of having a team of 50 odd. If you just sit on your hands and do bugger all and let them do all the work, you're just letting them down big time. So we've got 50 odd amazing people that inspire me to keep trying, push myself further, and I guess become a better person and trying to be a better leader, things like that. So yeah, it's not as much a inspiring business person or anything like that, but just the people I'm surrounded by. Yeah.
Other business people, just people in general, everyone's got their own story. It's pretty cool. I obviously love working with Jarrad, and the stories that we can share and work together on is pretty cool. But other business owners and seeing what they've done. I'm part of a cool group called the 39ers, which is facilitated by Business SA. It's basically a group of businesses where the owners or MDs or whatever are under the age of 40. So it's sort of a similar demographic to me, high energy, and what they're doing is pretty cool. So just listening to podcasts that they're involved in, and they run events, and just the fearless attitude and just go-getters. And they're all really nice people as well. I was a little bit intimidated walking into that group, but they're such cool, inspiring people, and just it brings you up to that level. So I love being around people like that.
Good. Let's focus in on the books.
Yeah.
Is there one or two that you find yourself recommending to lots of different people?
Maybe not a book, but probably a genre of just personal development. I remember back when Jarrad and I were on tools in the early days, you'd get probably 5, 6, 7, 8 hours literally where you had earmuffs on, so you may as well be listening to some content. So we'd both listen to the same audiobooks at the same time or the same podcast, and we compare notes, go back and forth, and how can we apply it to our business. So I guess we consumed a huge amount over that period, and then now that we've transitioned to a bit more office space, it's more the physical books. But a couple that we both quite enjoyed was How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is much more around relationships as opposed to anything within business. More a business pointed book might be, I think it's called The E-Myth, which is basically a transition through business and how to go about it. But just that content in general, once you start and getting into it, the learnings you take and then applying it to the business and seeing results is a pretty cool thing.
There's a lot. I think based on what I said about the mornings and all of that, reading a book a while ago, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, all about setting your day up so you win the day. I guess if you have a really good morning routine and all of that, so much can be achieved when ordinarily you're sleeping or whatnot. But yeah, Miracle Morning was a great book. Business-wise, I loved Start With Why, Simon Sinek. I've come to learn that if you just do something because you need to or whatnot, you just go through the motions, whereas if you know why you're doing it, what are the outcomes you're trying to achieve and everything like that, I just feel it helps so much. Yeah.